Barbero lights up the sprint for the line. The winner is going to come from one of these breakaway riders. Barbero's pulling away now from Dillier. Barbero's surely won this, and he has. He lifts his arms high. Barbero wins stage 1. Off he goes around the outside of Nibali and Bernal. Fuglsang coming on the right hand side. Can Fuglsang take it, or will Valverde hold on? Valverde holds on. And Valgren launches sprint, off he goes. He's going to get beaten to the line. Groenewegen goes all the way past him. Terpstra's there as well in P2. Oh, and he's been done on the line, but Groenewegen wins it. Roglic and Fuglsang, who's going to take it? It's going to be Fuglsang that hits the front now, and I think it's going to be between Fuglsang and Roglic. Here we go, on to the final sprint. Roglic coming through, but Fuglsang takes the win. Hello everybody and welcome to episode 5 of Le Tour de France with Total Direct Energie. Today we're going from Gap to Privas. It's a 182 kilometer flat stage with a couple of categorized climbs and some crosswinds thrown in there for added bonuses. Could Bonifacio take a stage win? Who knows? Before we jump into the briefing, if you could subscribe to the channel, that will be amazing. It really helps me out and gives me motivation to make more of these. So, you know, click that subscribe button down below if you enjoy the content, that is. If you don't, fair enough.
The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and without any difficulties, but be on your guard as the wind can lead to bordures. Normally, we'd put a cross through this stage, but with the wind, the outcome is unclear. It's up to us to seize the opportunity for a good result. Have a good stage.
Without further ado, let's see what our riders want to do today. So the team have 2 objectives today. The first one is to put Bonifacio in the top 10. The second one is to put Manzin in the top 20. So I'm going to throw Manzin into a break in case it goes all the way. And I'm going to go for the sprint with Bonifacio. Without further ado, let's get on with the stage.
Hello and welcome to all. The road followed by the riders today leaves little doubt about the scenario that will unfold. In the absence of any major difficulty, the sprinters' teams will chase down the baroudeurs, who in turn will try to hold them off for as long as possible.
Shut up, commentator. I'm not in the mood for that today. So once I get to the front with Manzin, I'm going to wait for someone to go off the front and I will follow them. I will be back when that happens.
The stage isn't difficult, and everyone's talking about a bunched finish, guys. Watch out, though. The short climb, 10 kilometers from the finish, could shake up the peloton. Be alert to the wind as well. It's unlikely, but it could confuse things.
Fair enough, team director. Good to know. Will there even be a breakaway today? It doesn't look like anyone's actually going, so I might have to start one myself. I'll wait for a bit, because I think there's a CCC rider that's trying to move through at the moment. And off he goes, it's Demarchi. So we've finally got a breakaway now of me and Alessandro Demarchi of CCC. Hopefully we can get away, hopefully they let us go. And it looks as if they're doing so right now. So I will be back when we get enough of a gap. 1.5 kilometers to go until we reach the intermediate sprint, and we've been joined by Pollitt, Krag Andersen and Visho. So there's now 5 in the breakaway. We should be able to win this sprint, I think, because I think there's only really Pollitt that can do anything as a sprinter. Off we go, and oh, we were almost done on the line by Visho, but we come through in the end. And now I'm going to switch to Bonifacio and sprint with him to try and get a few green jersey points. I'm a bit not well placed at the moment though, so I'm going to have to try and force my way through the group, and off I go. I'm round Groenewegen now. I've launched my sprint early. I think Groenewegen will do me. No. Well, unbelievable scenes here. We've actually won a sprint against other people. I will see you at the start of the next climb. 1.4 kilometers to go until we reach the top of this climb, and I'm going to slowly come to the front now with Manzin. Get in front of Pollitt. I think Demarchi will be the main threat for this climb. So it's kind of bad that he's on my wheel. But I think we're going to try and set a high tempo to ward them off, and it's not worked. Demarchi's gone for it. So I'm going to have to sprint. It's quite a good mount for us because it's quite flat at the end. And I've blown up because I forgot to take my blue gel. That's great. That yet again shows why I'm one of the most average Tour de France players there is. I mean, if anyone was wondering, Craig Anderson took 2 points on that climb and Demarchi only took 1. Around 20 kilometers to go to the finish, and it's all gone a bit mad in the breakaway. Everybody was trying to break away from each other, and there's a group in front of Pollitt and Craig Anderson, and there's me and Demarchi behind, and Visho's been completely dropped. I don't know what it was, because I was actually doing my relays. I just don't know what it was that caused it. But I'm about to blow up here, and that could be the end of the breakaway. Yep, here comes the peloton, headed by Lotto Soudal. They're gonna wash me up and take me into the peloton. Both me and Demarchi are going to be swallowed up, and there it is. The catch is made, and I will see you at the finish. Okay, now this is odd. There's 60 people left in the peloton, now 55 for only a sprint stage, and we're all losing energy fast. I think it's only hehe, Terpstra and us as Bonifacio that are in the peloton at the moment, and we're trying to hang on to the back. I don't think we'll be able to do the sprint, but if we hang on and stay in the 0 second mark, then I think that's a good result. Everyone's just hanging on for dear life. This is awful. So I'm gonna go to Postcom Taylorson to take you through the final few kilometers. So coming into the finish then, Lotto Soudal on the lead out train with De Gent in front of Ewan. Will Ewan be able to hang on and win the stage? He's got the perfect lead out for it, or has he? De Gent has just blown up, and now suddenly Lotto are at the front. It's Wout van Aert that's pacing for Groenewegen. There's a little bit of a gap there. And now comes Fuglsang on the right hand side. There's an Astana teammate up there as well. And Van Aert has just broken off the front himself. Does he realise what he's done? Or is this all in the plan? Wout van Aert has broken off the front, and so is Van Avermaet. Van Avermaet and Van Aert now with under 1 kilometre to go. Van Avermaet just flies past him. Can he do it? Will he get caught? Van Avermaet, he's gonna do it. Greg Van Avermaet wins the stage for CCC. We all thought it was gonna be Groenewegen or Ewan with those lead outs, but he's managed to jump them with one quick attack off of the front. Wout van Aert, not with the best performance. I don't think they played the cards right at Lotto Jumbo, but here's your stage winner, Greg Van Avermaet, and he's capitalised on the miscommunication from Lotto Soudal to raise his arms to the sky and win the stage. So this is definitely not the first time Greg Van Avermaet has walked onto the podium of a Tour de France stage, but he's done it here in the virtual world. Van Avermaet wins today's stage into Privas and will take the trophy and the flowers. What a stage from him. What a stage. I do believe that Jakob Fuglsang managed to stay with the group behind Van Avermaet, so has regained that yellow jersey for another day. Did he gain any time on the favourites? We'll find out in the classified results. But for now, he can celebrate with his yellow jersey for today. Dylan Groenewegen steps onto the podium to receive his green jersey for the points classification. He's back in green now after that brief Barbero spell, and it looks like he's one of the early favourites to take that jersey to Paris. As expected, Tish Benoot stays in the polka dot jersey because there was, I think, 3 points on offer today. there wasn't many at all for Benoot to get overtaken in. So he stays in the polka dot jersey for now. And Egan Bernal stays in the white jersey. Let's have a look at the classified results. So Greg van Avermaet won the stage and takes the 10-second time bonus on the line. I don't think he really needs it, to be honest. Although a man that does need a time bonus maybe is Julian Alaphilippe, finishing in second but taking 6 bonus seconds on the rest of the favourites. Can he reignite his GC hopes through that? I don't think he will, but it could be a turning point. Kwiatkowski for Ineos in third, Dennis in fourth, Fuglsang the yellow jersey finishing fifth, Bernal in sixth, Nibali seventh, Van Aert after that horrendous mess up in the breakaway eighth, with Groenewegen, his teammate, finishing down in 11th. So it was a really, really bad day tactics-wise for Jumbo-Visma today. Roglic finishing in 9th and Trentin in 10th. We managed to hang on with Terpstra and Bonifacio all finishing with the same time as the leader. Among those that lost time today were Buchmann, Simon Yates, Pogačar, Landa, Froome, Mollema and a few others. So there is a little bit of movement in the general classification after this stage. Fuglsang still leads by 7 seconds from Roglic in second. But if we look down to 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th, Simon Yates getting caught behind today means that Alaphilippe goes up 2 positions into 10th at 2 minutes and 26 seconds. Quintana at 2 minutes and 13 goes up to 9th. And Nibali at 2 minutes and 10 goes up to 8th. Jonathan Hiver is in 30th at 10 minutes and 40 seconds down, with Kalmajan in 33rd at 14 minutes. Like I said on the podium, nothing has really happened in the best climber classification. Tish Benoot is still at the top of that, 11 points ahead of Kalmajan in second. It's a sad day in the points classification as Barbero loses his green jersey. However, Groenewegen takes that from him by 14 points, so I think Barbero will have to go into the breakaway again. Fuglsang in third on 61 points, with Valverde fourth on 60. Van Avermaet going up 56 positions into fifth on 54 points. In the young rider classification, Bernal still leads by 48 seconds from Remco Evenepoel in second. And in the team classification, Team Ineos still sit at the top of that, with Total Direct Energie in 13th at 35 minutes and 42 seconds down. Oh my word, we are really bad at recovery in the team, aren't we? Tomorrow's stage is going to be very, very interesting. So tomorrow's stage begins in Le Thiel, and it looks to be going all the way around the mountains, and oh no, this may be a banger of a stage. Join me in that one in the next video. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed and drop a sub while you're at it. And that's all I have to say. Stay safe, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.